government to please help us go home. The death rate is increasing daily. I've been indoor for the past 3 weeks. I haven't seen anyone. It's affecting us psychologically. We have less food to eat. We are begging the government to please consider us as their own children. Most of us are here as students. We left our home to come study here in China. But with this condition, we all...
Hello and welcome to People, Politics and Power. Our focus on this edition of the program will be on the plight of Nigerians who are trapped in China over the coronavirus epidemic. Over 2,000 Nigerians, or over 2,000 persons, with over 103,000 confirmed cases. That is the latest on the coronavirus, which has spread to not less than 28 countries globally. On the program today, we shall examine the plight of Nigerians in Wuhan, China, the epicenter of the outbreak. 2 weeks ago, a motion in the House of Representatives for the evacuation of Nigerians trapped in China met strong opposition.
Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. The nays have it.
Wuhan, that is the most hit by the virus, houses a large population of Nigerians who are there for various reasons. Some are legal residents, some are students, while others are in that part of China for business. The motion to get Nigerians in China brought back home was defeated. The Nigerian government did not also think of going in the direction of repatriating the scores of Nigerians in China, though it says it has put in place measures to ensure the deadly virus does not get into the country. But other countries such as the United States, Australia, and even Morocco, amongst others, have evacuated their citizens from China. Is the Nigerian government's silence on the repatriation plea by some Nigerians a right step? What happened to the citizenship diplomacy policy of the government? Is the legislature's view that China is better placed to handle any Nigerian who contracts the virus valid? These are the questions that we will be seeking answers to on the program. At this point in time, a gentleman and a lady. First, let's meet Mrs. Musa Hajara Obani. Mrs. Obani is a parent of a China-based student. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We're also joined by Abdulrahman Balogun. Mr. Balogun is the head of media, Nigeria in Diaspora Commission. Thank you very much for finding time to join us.
Thank you.
Let's begin with you. From what we know, Mr. Balogun, how many Nigerians are in China?
In China or in Wuhan?
Both of them. Well, I wanted to begin from the larger population and then zero into Wuhan.
Seriously, I don't know how many Nigerians are in China.
But in Wuhan?
In Wuhan, we have 60 Nigerians.
Okay.
And mostly they are students.
Most of them are students.
Those who are registered with the embassy. 60 of them.
So there is possibility that there are others who are not registered with the embassy,
In fact,
who may be businessmen and all of that, who are based in Wuhan.
But those who are registered with our embassy, even before this
outbreak,
60 of them.
Okay. So what is the report that the commission has been getting from these people who are registered with the embassy?
In fact, I'll just go through my some of the efforts we've done so far. Since the outbreak of this, we have issued 4 statements on this. We issued one on the 28th of January, another one on 31st of January, another one on February 3, and just some days ago, February 17, we issued another statement. And what are we talking about? Immediately the thing broke out, we are very proactive. We got the information, and then we have to get in touch with them through the embassy and what they need to do. That they should keep safe, they should remain indoor. For now, there is no cure. They should do 1, 2, 3. Later, we got a message from they have a student union body, and then some of them are saying they are factionalized. We got a group was saying, please come and evacuate us. Another one is saying, we are okay where we are, we just need your support. I mean, we got through to the embassy to find out who are we to really deal with, because you know it later turned out to be country to country. So it's the ministry, who is our parent body, that will be liaising with our mission there.
That's the Ministry of Foreign
Affairs. And then later we said, okay, if indeed you are a Nigerian and you are trapped there, we gave out numbers. We gave out number of Ambassador Bakori. We gave out number of Mrs. Luther Ogbomode, who is in charge of political affairs there. They are all based there in the mission. And then we also gave the email contact for any possible assistance. But the recent message we got was that they are running out of food stuff and all this stuff, and
as expected. I mean,
as expected.
Haven't been confined in their hostels and possibly in their homes for so long.
Yes. So they requested for financial assistance, and that was the statement we issued on February 17, informing them that the assistance had been challenged through to them through the Minister of Foreign Affairs has directed that a particular financial assistance should be challenged to those registered. We have their names here, they are 60 in number. In fact, as we are coming in here, I asked for Madam's son's name. I said, what is your son's name? And she gave me, I checked through. Her son's name is number 20 on the list, meaning that he is legally resident in China, Wuhan. And they are also, if they are safe, they are comfortable, they are okay. But you've been hearing all this video, come and evacuate us, come and evacuate us. Those who are not the genuine Nigerians that we are talking about. I mean, I'm sorry to use the word genuine, but you know, those ones, I'm not too sure they are legitimately resident in Wuhan.
So what we are seeing in effect is that the ministry and the commission deal only with those who are legitimately and legally registered residents or students in Wuhan.
Yes, because those are the people we can link up with. Those are the people we have their contact. We know where they stay. We have their, I mean.
But you have also gotten messages from other Nigerians who may not be registered.
We are not even
sure. Nigerians are all the same.
We are not even sure, and that's why we are saying, if indeed you are Nigerian, go to the embassy, link up with the embassy.
But you know how difficult it is to move around.
They don't have to move. Now. They don't have to move. We gave out the number +86 155 011 00301. Ambassador Bakori, we gave out this number. There's another number +86 1371 624 4174 of Mrs. Luther Ogbomode. We gave out this number. You can they can still make calls. They can send mail. We gave out the email and all the rest. Nigeria beijing.gov.ng. They can send their email there.
So, do we know for certain at this point in time whether any Nigerian has been infected by the virus, either in Wuhan or any other part of China?
In fact, I'm not a AU spokesperson, but no African so far from the report have been infected. So no Nigerian is infected.
Apart from the Egyptian who was
yesterday.
Yes,
that's
yesterday.
the only known case that we have.
Even that one, I'm not too sure. Is it from Wuhan?
Not from Wuhan. It's not certain.
Yes.
Wuhan.
I mean, those who are there
who
now,
are based
no
there.
African, including Nigerian, have been infected because they've been complying with the directive. We are in touch with them every time, especially the parent body, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Okay, Mrs. Obanyi, let me come to you. You must be a very worried parent because your son is based in Wuhan, the epicenter of this outbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what is the information you've been getting from your son?
The information has been very encouraging in the sense that after the first 1 week, which was the panic week of the outbreak, both parents and the students, the only thing I told him is that he has to obey instructions and he has to restrict himself to his area of coverage, which is the university. Good enough, the authority was able to secure them within their environment immediately the outbreak. And then it has been like that. Aside that, I understand the government go further to put a test on them to ensure there is no likelihood of any contact so far, which has been. Then after 1 week, they said they were giving two hours every other day to go out.
Outside of the campus?
Outside of the campus. Within the city, the
Wuhan city.
Within the city, his own or village, his own university is.
Okay.
But some flouted it and they quickly removed that magnanimity they gave to them. Then they went further to say that they are okay, but as it is, they don't know how long it will last. And everywhere was closed down. The resources they have available to them is fast finishing. So they will need an assistant. And I now said, in a situation like this, your student union, Nigerian Student Union, has to liaise with the ambassador. The ambassador is not there just for the government, it's there for everybody and the welfare of the Nigerians there, which they did. And he said they sent people to come and check on them there in the university to check the level of protection, level of welfare the university was giving them. And they promised to aid them with financial support, no matter how small. 4 days after, he called again and said the embassy sent some money to them, and that was encouraging. Aside that, the Chinese government, whom the university authority, now saw that for them to procure their daily needs, it was not easy. Initially, they were augmenting them with some toiletries and cook. They now went further to give them basic food requirements they can easily use to cook and cook, and they deliver to them in the university. And he said, in fact, when I was worried, he has to put himself on video call for me to see that he's okay, he's not suffering. Like, a thing like this cut across everybody, so the endurance has to be there because we are not alone. And so far so good, no Nigerian, no student within their enclave has contacted the disease. So, and I was happy.
But as a parent, were you able to respond to his needs? Is it possible for you, apart from the telephone conversations and video calls and all of that, was it possible for you to meet some of his demands? Say maybe send some money to meet his demands?
Okay, the only way I can send money is through a Nigerian that if he need money, we pay Naira into his account here and he gives them the money. How will he get the money? That's number one, because even the banks were closed. So the only way he can get the money is either through the school of authority or the embassy. And so far so good, he has not asked me to augment him with financial aid. Yes.
Have you been in touch with other parents, other Nigerian
Yes.
parents here in Nigeria?
Yeah, a couple of them called me. Couple of them called me. I learned your son is there. Some of them that know that we all have children in China. Where is your child? I say Wuhan. Some of them scream Wuhan, and you are still down in Nigeria. I say, but I'm in touch with my son all the time, and he's okay. Now all we need is prayer for them and the prayer for the government of China to be able to arrest the situation. And so far so good. They've been trying their best.
Okay, Mr. Balogun, let me come back to you and to ask, because there are some reports of some Nigerians in Wuhan especially, and in other parts of China, who have said they have not been infected by this virus, but they want to be brought back home, lifted back home, and even if the government wants to confine them, want to quarantine them for the specified period of say 2 weeks and even more, they are ready for that.
Yeah, the position of our commission on that is, one, we have reached out to all of them. Please reach out to the mission. Even if you are there irregularly, reach out to the mission that you are a Nigerian, you wish to be evacuated. That is one. Two, the issue of evacuation, just like the one in South Africa, there must be some element of pronouncement from the National Assembly. And as you can see, when the motion was moved on the floor, it was just thrown out. Even though the ministry is insisting, as at the time of coming in here, the ministry is insisting that, okay, if you have some Nigerians who want to be evacuated, Nigeria will arrange them, but they have to register. That's the way we did that of South African operation. You have to register at the embassy. You don't have to go physically. Send in your name. My name is Abdurrahman Balogun. I live in so area. I want to be evacuated. So when they see all this list, so work out the logistics to Nigeria Federal Government is ready to bring those who want to come back. They are working on that. But it has to be. But all the students, they are comfortable. Those ones that are registered, they are comfortable, and as our mom here attested to, the mission there is reaching out to them. And don't forget, their safety is more important. If some other countries are even saying you are better off where you are than for you to come, this issue of bring us here, we will quarantine ourselves, or you can quarantine us somewhere. It won't be like that anymore. Even now, go and see what is happening at the airport. People even coming from other countries, common courtesy, you have to do this, you have to do that. 3 days ago, there was a kind of serious altercation at the airport. Do you think I have so people? You know, this is our Nigerian
At which airport is that? In Nigerian airport?
Yes, in Nigerian airport, on arrival. You know, they are just doing the normal, and that was why the Minister of Information, Health and Aviation, they had to go there and subject themselves to being quarantined and say, please, any Nigerian coming from anywhere, you just have to subject yourself to these small checks. It's better.
Most Nigerians would think that the decision taken by the House of Representatives in shooting down that motion was probably out of fear. Fear of the fact that any Nigerian coming from China into Nigeria may actually have been infected, and because there is an incubation period that makes it difficult to dictate. That motion was not a human sensitive motion for it to have been defeated the way it was defeated.
Well, it may be like that, but let me quickly just say this: there are so many fake videos in circulation coming from China to scare parents, scare Nigerians, this and that and that. In fact, there was one saying that Nigerians are dying. What is the federal government doing? See, Nigerians dying. No Nigeria has even been infected, let alone dying. I have all the video here. People are circulating all kinds of fake videos. So I want to use this opportunity to advise Nigerians to designing some, watch authentic station like AIT and the rest to get factual information on what is going on there. And don't just rely on these fake videos and be circulating. If not that she is enlightened and she is in touch with her son. Imagine her watching such a video. Of course, as a woman, as a mother, she will want to believe it. And then you say, Nigeria, please do something, do something. I think what the government have been able to do so far is being proactive enough in part of our citizen diplomacy.
Well, we are still with Mrs. Musa Hajara Obanyi, who is a parent of a China-based Nigerian student. In fact, the son is a doctorate student at the Wuhan University of Economics and Law. And Mrs. Obanyi is joined by Abdurrahman Balogun, who is the head of media at the Nigeria in Diaspora Commission here in the nation's capital. Well, let's go straight to Wuhan. Emmanuel, all right. One of the Nigerian students in Wuhan.
Sorry. Yes.
Okay.
And I am mommy's son also.
Great. You look very healthy. You look very healthy. Ato.
Yes, I'm actually very healthy.
Okay, so tell us, what is the situation you have on campus in Wuhan?
For now, basically it's just a lockdown that we're experiencing right now. But aside that, I think everything is okay over here.
How are you coping? What is the population of Nigerian students at the Wuhan University of Economics and Law, where you are?
Okay, I'm not in Wuhan University of Economics and Law. Abdurrahim is in Jongna University of Economics and Law, but I am in Wuhan University of Technology. Okay, and then for Nigerian population, we're about 9 of us here, and then in my dormitory we have 2 Nigerians. In my dormitory, we have different dormitories around in our campus.
Okay, so but you have a union, a Nigerian Students Union in Wuhan, right?
Exactly. Yes, we do.
What is the population of that union?
Okay, well, for the union, we have about 50 Nigerians, that's Nigerian students in Wuhan. Okay, but aside that, for the numbers of Nigerians in Wuhan and Hubei, we have about 65 elders, and then we have about 14 children, making it about 79.
Okay, so you have children among you there?
Yes, there are family people here also.
Okay. Now, how have you been coping since the outbreak of the coronavirus? How have you been feeding? How have you been attending lectures?
Okay, I'll start with the lecture part. The lockdown actually happened during the holidays, so there's no lecture. Okay, however, for lectures, we'll resume. Some schools have resumed lecture actually, but like my school, Wuhan University of Technology, will resume lectures by next week. But it's going to be online academics now. We're going online from next week.
So there won't be physical classes, as it were?
No, there's restriction. There's restriction in movement, so because of that, we can have one-on-one tutorials or lectures.
What kind of medical facilities are available at your university?
In our university, we have hospitals in our university. Okay, but then these hospitals are not hospitals meant for this corona epidemic outbreak. It's just normal hospital to take care of students or lecturers or those who live around the university.
How concerned are you and other Nigerians who are in Wuhan right now? Are you afraid of a possible infection?
Okay, initially, a lot of us had fears because of the increasing rate of the outbreak. We had serious fears, okay? But as it is now, looking at the numbers, the way it's going down, the fears gradually is reducing, okay? But then we do have challenge. Like earlier on, you asked about how we're feeding. Initially, to get food stuff was very difficult, Okay, because you go to most places, everywhere is locked. Okay, but currently there are measures that the university and the government here has taken, especially for us. Like, okay, take for example now, I know more about myself, not like maybe those who are workers or maybe business people around. But for universities, this I am very sure of. The government and the universities have taken very superb measures to ensure that we get foodstuff. Yes, it might not be sufficient, but somehow we just have to endure based on the current scenario, based on the current outbreak. We just have to endure what we have or manage what we have.
How much support have you, Nigerian students there, been getting from the Nigerian embassy in China?
Okay, for the embassy, okay, firstly, I would say maybe we have suffered one, communication. Okay, we don't have proper communication from the embassy, and that's why today you hear different results from, especially the information we get from Nigeria. Like, okay, there are 16 students, or maybe the government is doing this or doing that. We don't get sufficient information. So we just hope that the embassy can continuously inform us on what they are doing, how they intend to assist or come in, because it's actually very difficult for us here in some areas, like buying some things that we need. The prices have doubled or tripled. So people tend to spend much more money to get, especially family people actually. Those who have to buy pampers, buy baby food and buy some other things, we have challenge in getting some of those materials, and then more so it's more expensive now.
But have you been in touch with the embassy yourself and other students?
Yes, we during this when the outbreak started, the embassy contacted us, and then we created a group where some of the embassy staff are actually there. Okay, but then that communication is not very, very efficient. But however, I think recently some of them are coming out now to maybe give us one or two information or tell us something. Basically, the whole thing is improving. But what we suffered initially was lack of communication. But it's improving actually.
Now, you spoke earlier on about children, some people some Nigerians there having their families there. Now, are those children and maybe spouses registered with the Nigerian embassy?
Okay. Well, only because of this outbreak that we had to do some registrations. Okay, but register with an embassy the moment you get into China. Well, I'm not sure we did any of that. However, because of this particular outbreak, they have all of our information, because the Nigerian Student Association here in Wuhan, we organized ourselves and then added these other people into the platform. So we're able to get our information, put it together, and then send it to the embassy. So yes, they do have it now.
So at least this outbreak has necessitated a situation where Nigerians who are in Wuhan and possibly who are in China are getting registered with the embassy communication. But they are still experiencing.
I can provide you. I have his name, his number, his program, the email address and all the stuff. That's to tell you that the embassy is on top of it. They have all their data, those who register. And he made mention of one thing. He said, if not for this thing, people just go in there and will not register. That is not how to do it. When you get to a country that is not yours.
But you know why sometimes it is like that. When you when you travel to foreign countries and go to the Nigerian embassy, in some places, the embassy staff are quite hostile to other Nigerians. I've experienced it.
It's possible.
Yes, and
it's
so
possible.
Nigerians just travel and they don't bother going to register with the embassy.
For students who will be there for 1, 2, 3, 4 years, I think they just must register. What if anything happened to them? It's the embassy that will take care of their welfare. You are going as a student. You'll be there for 1, 2. No other national of America or Europe will come in here for 3 days and the embassy will not know about it. It's not even possible. So Nigerians will go out of the country. They want to stay there 1, 2, 3, 4 years for a program, and they will not register with the embassy. It is bad. So I want to use this opportunity to advise them, whoever, not only the people in China now, any Nigerians traveling, it is your right. Ask of your embassy. There is nowhere I go in the whole world. I will first ask, where's Nigerian embassy? Let them deny you, but you go there. You can report back. There is a feedback mechanism. Go there and register that I'm here, Abdurrahman Balogun, for so and so. Document yourself. You can run into, I can tell you so many cases of Nigeria running into problem that they will now be looking for Nigerians to assist them. We just brought back some a Nigerian who has been on death row in Saudi Arabia. We were in National Assembly 2 days ago. A Nigerian who has been on death row for 18 years in Saudi Arabia. No documentation. Nobody know anything about him. So we have series of these cases. It's not good. Go there, let you be documented. The aspect of communication, we'll work on that. We'll work on that one. And I think, like he had used to said, the thing has improved. And you know, I told you that series of statements, you know, initially nobody know the nature of this disease, the nature of the thing. You don't know who to go to contact with. Everybody is afraid, everybody is indoor. So initially it was very bad, really. So, but later, as time goes on, we will advise us to go about it. And I assure him they will be safe. Nothing will happen to any one of them. But they should have to go and document their children. All those children, they have to, we don't have data on them. He said they are 79. By Minister of Foreign Affairs data, they are 60.
Because their families are probably not accounted for.
Yeah.
Well,
wives and children, and maybe husbands and children.
Because they did not register. They did not get registered. I think the Foreign Affairs Ministry has to go further to ensure that every Nigerian going to foreign country should first of all please align with their embassies. They should go align with their embassies. It's your right. It's not so, you are not paying anything for it. Even if somebody is hostile to you, you are exercising your right. As you ignore the hostility in your country where you are coming from, ignore it to get your own name registered that you are here. In case of anything, like me, when I could not get across to my son for the first 3 days, I had to go to Chinese embassy. Good enough, the ambassador was just coming out. He saw me then. Madam, any problem? I said, there's coronavirus. My son is in Wuhan. He said, whoa, it's true. Come, let's go to the office. He was able to put a call to Hubei province and talk to them. And I said, I don't understand the Chinese language. He now put it on the laptop. It was reading English, then I understand. And ever since then, that day, he maintained that there were 50 Nigerians in Wuhan. From the record the province was given
at the embassy,
yes,
at the Chinese embassy.
Yes. So now that this virus is bringing Nigerians together, we are now hearing that from 60 is now 79. And I'm sure there are still more people than that. The point that you are not there legally doesn't deny you your right as a citizen of Nigeria to have access to the embassy. They should go to the embassy and let them know. They could even be of help. Yes.
Okay, let's return to you, Emmanuel. Tell us, I mean, is there any message you want to pass to the Nigerian government through Mr. Balogun, who is, as it were, representing the Diaspora Commission here, and by implication, the Nigerian government and the Nigerian people?
Okay, thank you, sir. For data collection, I think it's actually a very easy thing for the embassy to do. You can liaise with the Chinese government. You know those who come into China. So it's quite easy for you to get our data. Because for students to start traveling, we don't have so much money. The distance you're looking at from here now to the embassy, it's like you're traveling from Lagos to Maiduguri, just for registration. These are challenges that we face. We know, yes, it is true, there's a big gap. But these are easy information that the embassy can actually acquire and reach out to us. Okay, I realize, okay, I heard you're in Wuhan now. How are you? Are you okay? Are you settled? Okay, please, from time to time, when you have problems, reach out to us. Then we can now continue to communicate from there. But for us to just enter Wuhan or enter any city in China to get across to the embassies difficult for us.
The embassy is possibly
like
in the capital, in Beijing.
In Beijing.
And that's quite a long distance away. So the embassy can actually set up a database for collecting this information about Nigerians who are in China.
Yes, exactly. So then, more so, we here as students, we are organized. Okay, so the embassy can also just, let's reach out to the association in different cities. Please send us your data, and then we'll send it across to them. However, it is also maybe a gap from our own side. We should also take this as our responsibility. Get our information, send it across to the embassy. We will do that from now, ensure that they have all of our information. Then, to the Nigerian government, I want to please beg them. They should try their best to support us at this particular period. Especially those who are workers. They are not earning us at this point. They are not earning anything. For them to parent, do a lot of things, take care of themselves, is actually a big challenge right now. Okay, with our students, I also want to use this opportunity to appreciate the Chinese government. What I got yesterday, at least somehow, I'm sure to take me for like another 1 week. I got rice, I got flour, I got carrot, I got a lot of things from the Chinese government via the universities. Okay, not like it is enough, but somehow we can manage this. For those with children, it is a different ballgame for them. So anything that the government can do, don't waste time. Do it as soon as possible, because people are actually having challenges taking care of themselves, especially those who are workers and those who have children.
So what you are saying, in effect, Emmanuel, is that you have not gotten any financial assistance from the Nigerian government, at least so far.
Okay, not directly from the government, zero, but from the ambassador. Yes, the ambassador actually gave us 20,000 RMB, which we shared as students, and then a part to the workers also. That's about, let's say, about 20,000 naira thereabout that each person got. Yes, about 18 to 20,000 naira each person got. So yes, we're able to buy 1 or 2 things. But please don't look at the 20,000 as the 20,000 naira you will spend in Nigeria. No, it's a different thing. It's more or less like you're getting 1,000 naira in Nigeria. Because of the duration. You understand? Yes, the value is about 20,000 naira, but then what you buy with it, it's almost like what you're buying for like maybe 2,000 naira or so. So yes, somehow through the ambassador we got something, but directly from the government, for now it's zero.
All right, Emmanuel, we thank you for your time. We thank you for providing us with all that information. I'm sure that the Nigerian government is watching and listening to you, and of course, we hope too that Mr. Balogun will pass some of these messages across to the appropriate authorities, and that Nigerians will continue to keep safe in Wuhan and in other parts of China. Nobody seems to know when all of this is going to come to an end, but we just hope and pray. But before you go, let's quickly ask you, there are some reports in Nigerian media here that say that some Nigerians have been asking to be evacuated from China. Are you aware of any such requests from Nigerians in China?
Yes, I am aware. Yes. And the evacuation cry was initially, like at the initial stage, because of the rate at which the numbers were going up. I think at that point, myself, I wanted to go home. Not really because these people here cannot manage it. The government here is doing their best. The lockdown alone, to lock down 11 million people, I don't think we can do that in Nigeria. Okay, so a lot of us wanted to go home, not because we had the disease, no, but because should we have it? People were dying. A lot of us were afraid of dying. But as it is now, there are chances of people surviving. As a matter of fact, about 90% have survived it. So because of that, we are Nigerians. Our blood is too strong. We'll survive. So a lot of us are not so. Most of us are not really worried about. Most of us are not worried about traveling or going back home now. Even though I know yes, some people want to go back home, but not all of us again.
All right, thank you so much, Emmanuel. Emmanuel Ekata is a student in Wuhan. Thank you for your time.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Mr. Balogun, again, this is the ball at your court. I have provided you with a lot of information.
Exactly.
A lot
Free of charge.
free of charge. So you have a lot to pass on to your commission
very well.
and to the federal government.
Yeah.
Yes.
But let me just say that the assistance received from the ambassador is from the federal government. It's not from the ambassador.
Oh, it's not a personal assistant. It's from the Nigerian government.
And more are still coming.
Okay.
More are still coming. That is an assurance. The other issue about issue of communication, we'll work on that. Of course, from here we cannot send food. It's only the financial assistance. Then on getting themselves registered, in fact, it is China that you have this free flow of communication. I'm surprised because they all, as they apply for their visa, they have Nigerian embassy's registration portal where they can. They don't have to go physically. They don't have to go physically. They don't have to go physically. So they can. Maybe I should provide that www.nigerianembbeijing.gov.ng.
Please take that again.
www.nigerian with N EMB, that's embassy, beijing.gov.ng. That's the website. Log into that. You can send in your message. And if you want to call Ambassador Bakori, this is an emergency number that has been given, plus 861 55 011 00301. Again, Ambassador Bakori, plus 861 550 110 0301. We have another number, Mrs. Luther Ogbomide, as the ministerial political, plus 861 371 624 4174.
Okay, those are the emergency numbers.
Those are the emergency numbers.
But Emmanuel also made a suggestion which I think you ought to take on board, which is that where they agree that there is a gap.
Yes.
And a fault from their own end in terms of the registration. But there are other ways by which the Nigerian embassy can also harvest the figures and the identities of Nigerians who are in various parts of China. And that is through the unions that they have in almost every city in China. So the embassy can also go a step further to make that effort to rein in or bring in Nigerians and get them properly enumerated.
That is very correct. That is very correct. But let me say here that they have fashion in their union. That is one. At the beginning of this thing, we are getting various reports from different fashions, different groups. Then later, I can show you a letter here, which the student union body now sign. And we now say that this one, okay, we can discuss with this. So they have different fashions. They should also go and harmonize themselves. And then it has been identified that some are there irregularly. So they are afraid of coming out to get themselves documented. That is also a factor.
This is beyond the students now.
Yes, it's beyond
the
students.
other Nigerians.
You asked me that, do we know of other Nigerians? We don't know them. But we know there are other Nigerians. But unless they come out and say, okay, I am a Nigerian, I live in so part in Wuhan, my life is in danger, I'm a worker, and as a worker, I can't go out to work, and how will I survive? Please help me. So they can also use this emergency line, emergency email, and reach out to the embassy. So they will be adequately taken care of. Especially those children that he just mentioned now. Yes. I'm concerned about the children. Yes. I'm surprised. They are registered as students. Now, they started procreating, they have family, good at that, but they have to document them. They just have to document them. So I want to advise.
Mrs. Obanyi, what can be done from this end to assist people like this, parents like you? What can you do at this end to assist people like this who now have families there, who have wives, who have children, or who have husbands and have children?
Just like Edo said, you cannot send any material aid. The only thing is to assist with finance. And I think that is why he kept on saying government. Because he is seeing it that probably the ambassador did what he did within his scope in China. That the central government has not really addressed the issue. So if they can address the issue.
Because this is an emergency.
Yes,
and
an emergency.
If what amounts to, say,
yes,
20,000 naira, and by his own estimation, that 20,000 naira translates to about 1,000 naira.
Yeah, because
China it doesn't go
because the money is very clear.
Yeah.
Each 155 naira is to one RMB. So if you divide 20,000 by 55, it's as good as what he has said. And how much of it can you make use of to get satisfied averagely? That's the thing.
All right. Well, we just hope and pray that things get better with the coronavirus very quickly, so that Nigerians and particularly parents who are back home can be very settled.
We can relax.
Rest assured that their wards are safe here, and the commission itself will have less anxiety about Nigerians who are based there if these things. Yes, very concerned. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdulrahman Balogun. He's the head of media, Nigeria in Diaspora Commission. Thank you for your time. And Mrs. Musa Hajara Obayi is a parent of a Nigerian student who is based in China, in Wuhan particularly, Abdurrahim Musa, who is a doctoral student at the Wuhan University of Economics and Law. We were unable to speak with him, but of course we got across to Edo Ekata Emmanuel, who is also in a university in Wuhan. Thank you very much, Emmanuel, for your time. You have one last word for us?
Well, your prayers should please not stop. Continue to pray for us and our survivor. And then also, we hope that the government will respond as soon as possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Edo Ekata Emmanuel.